Hey guys, welcome to another great episode of the Anime Breakdown Show. I'm your host with the most, your boy, vxKingPinxv, coming at you guys with another great breakdown. This is going to be an anime sidebar. This is going to be a movie topic, The Man of Steel. Okay, the movie just released not too long ago, I think as of this past Friday or Thursday, doesn't matter. What do I think of it? Just to let you guys know, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, because if you haven't seen the movie, you probably don't want to hear what I have to say. So you might want to come check me out at a later time and date to see what I thought about the movie. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. The movie was good, and I went in there extremely judgmental, okay? And I know it's hard to say what's the real Superman story. It's been changed, rehashed so many times in the comics, through different TV and television shows. So everybody's opinion on it is a little different. My opinion on it, from my dad's opinion, is completely different, okay? Because he goes back from a period in time where he felt like if it's not based off exactly off the comic book, it's all wrong. And that's not necessarily he didn't enjoy the movie. I'm just basically saying the different eras of time. The one thing I can honestly say, if you're a person who watches all the different Superman movies or all the Superman cartoons that are current within, like, say, the last 5 to 10 years, whatever's been coming on television, and all the current DC comic movies that have come out over the last 5 years, they've incorporated bits and pieces from a lot of different things. And I'm not going to go into too much detail or when and where, because I would have to research this information. It's just stuff that I have in my mind. How they did the storyline was fine. I was okay with it. No complaints here or there. You know, in the trailers, they make it seem like he was going to be some fisherman. That's not the case whatsoever. That was just one of the little pit stops he had made along the journey of, you know, of his self-discovery, I guess you can say. So it goes back and forth between him discovering himself and his childhood. They didn't do I'm gonna do the childhood first, then I'm gonna let him become Superman, then I'll let him defeat the bad guy. No, they didn't do that at all. What they did was, you know, he's already a man, he's already left his house, he has a memory, it goes back to his childhood, and that happens throughout the whole time. So it keeps things moving, keeps things interesting. The movie was like 2 hours and some change, like maybe 2.5 hours. The length was fine, it kept me entertained the entire time. I've never felt moment for that it was boring. The Lois Lane character was, you know, you're never gonna get what you want always, but it was still A-okay. I let it go. The one thing I did really appreciate in this movie, and this is going towards the end, they didn't do all that crap about Clark wearing the glasses and Lois not knowing who he was. They left that completely out. That was fine 30 years ago or 20 years ago when Stan Lee did that little thing where, you know, that was Stan Lee. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The whole glasses of the wearing thing and nobody ever knowing who he was, that's over with, okay? A few people know exactly, I guess, potentially who Superman can be. People from his childhood and Lois. So they skipped that whole, you know, nerdy thing kind of up. He still wears the glasses. He still becomes a reporter, just like we all know him to do. But they skipped that whole part out. Him and Lois technically are together at this point in time. I thought that was really interesting how they did that. Like I said, we don't want to rehash of the same old crap. When it comes to the cinematography in it, excellent. They kept it serious. No corny jokes, no funny hoo-ha-ha. It was a serious movie, and he just so happened to be a superhero. I like that they kept that going. I liked the fact that there was more seriousness into it than previous genres of Superman Returns or the old Superman, where Lex Luthor would make these little crony jokes, like, you know, make it kind of cartoonish, and they stay completely away from that. It's kind of like the whole Batman Begins thing when they rehashed Batman and they gave it a serious movie feel, not hee hee ha ha kind of crap. And even with the Joker of Heath Ledger, I mean, they kept that completely serious, like he was just maybe nuts, crazy, out of his mind, and that was the extent of it. This one focuses on General Zod. It wasn't just 3 of them. That was like a whole kind of platoon of people that escaped. They made, you know, Kal-El's father, or Superman's dad, who was a scientist in pretty much all the cartoons, all the related information. But they also kind of made him a badass for whatever reason, where he was able to take some guards down without even thinking about it. That was okay. Like I said, it's a movie, okay? You know, I thought he was just merely a scientist, maybe not a scientist with combat training. That was cool. Let that go. The how they made Krypton look was, to me, really good. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it looked like a distant planet. Everything was weird, different, completely on par with currently, not completely, but, you know, pretty much on par with what the cartoon has shown you over time and things of that nature. I enjoyed it nonetheless. And then this is the kicker. This is a huge spoiler alert. I've never really seen Superman kill anybody until this movie. Now, I can't remember all the old Superman movies, and I know Superman has this way of knocking people into like volcanoes, or that one where he fought the sun person and I think he hit him into the sun. I don't know. But this was straight up badass, fucking people up right at the very, very end, where, you know, he couldn't display weakness because this guy was going to be a problem. He couldn't just let this go. The only F-up, he going against General Zod, okay? They both have the exact same powers and exact same abilities, okay? General Zod, I would assume at this point, you know, in Krypton, he was a part of the army. He got specialty combat training. And I'm assuming, becoming a general, he had to go through a whole lot more than the average bear, so to speak, when it comes to fighting, his combat training, things of that nature. And when you got somebody who's been a trained killer and or assassin, Superman wasn't a trained killer and or assassin. So him going against General Zod was kind of like, yeah, that's bullshit, because if this person is a trained killer or assassin, he should fuck Superman up, especially if they got the exact same powers and abilities. He was able to control his powers just through, like you said, through his special training, through everything he's went through. He's able to focus, get what he needs out of it, and be able to learn from, you know, mistakes. Superman took the ability to learn his over a period of time through his help of his family, his parents, and talking him through it. General Zod was just forced with a situation, and he had to learn to adapt and overcome. With that being said, there's no way Superman could have beat him. But like I said, it's a cartoon. The hero, it's a movie. The hero has to win. So like I said, I'm able to let that go. Other than, because, you know, you got to. You don't have a choice but to. But besides all that, I thought the movie was great. The CGI was great. Anybody who says, oh, it wasn't that good, they probably are not they don't really keep up with anything current when it comes to Superman. For whatever reason, they're just looking for something that they probably will never ever get. So just going forward, going past that whole situation, I'll give the movie a thumbs up. I mean, not a 10 out of 10, because nothing's ever really truly perfect. I haven't seen a truly perfect movie in a long time, but I definitely give it a solid 9. Okay, I give this movie a solid 9. I would suggest this to anybody, and I really enjoyed the movie. They kept the sissiness out of it, all the love story. It was a small one because, you know, Lois Lane's always going to be in there. You can't have Superman without Lois Lane. So going forward with that, there was a small, you know, semi-love story, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. The fight scenes were great. Everything was pretty spot on. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think for the ones who have seen it. Like I said, I really enjoyed this movie. I hope you enjoyed the movie. Share your thoughts and opinions because I'm more curious about what you guys think. And if you think I'm completely wrong, don't be an ass about it. Just say, look, this is why I think you're wrong. Type it up, and then depending if you're respectful or not, I'll get back to you and let you guys know what it was. But as always, do your thing below, rate, comment, subscribe, and peace.